Hello, in this video, I'm going to be giving a fairly brief and high-level overview of how to prepare to upgrade the BigFix server. This video won't be the actual upgrade, but we'll talk about a lot of the prerequisites. So essentially, the first thing you'd want to do is go up to Help, and then About BigFix Console, and it will give you the version of BigFix that you have. So as of April of 2024, this is the most up-to-date version that is out there. But if you're watching this video, you probably want to upgrade a later version or upgrade to a newer version. To do that, or to find out what version you should even upgrade to, you can go to the BigFix Download Center. And you can see here sort of the top two options here are for upgrading the server for Windows for the latest version. To get the full list, you can go down here to older versions and click on that link. And this will also include the most recent version. Essentially, if you're obviously in my console version, I am up to date. But if I was at, let's say, 10.0.5 and I wanted to upgrade all the way to the latest version of 11, I wouldn't be able to do it directly. I would have to have an intermediate upgrade. And you can read about that in these notes here. At the top here, it says you can only upgrade to BigFix 11 starting from version 10.0.7. So if I'm right here at 10.0.5, I would need to upgrade at least to here, but might as well just upgrade to patch 11, the latest of version 10. And then I could upgrade to version 11 patch 2. So it's important to read these notes before you attempt any upgrades. The other thing you'd want to do is check the database requirements. So if you're using a database that is currently supported, but would not be supported if you upgraded, then obviously that would cause issues. So here I've just searched for BigFix 11 database requirements and opened this page right here. It actually took me to version 10, but you can toggle this. At least the current version allows you to do that. The future versions may not, but we can kind of look at the difference here. So let's say version 10. And in my pretend example, I'm at version 10. If I have Microsoft SQL Server 2012, then that's going to work with version 10, right? But if I go to version 11, then I'm going to be in trouble because the SQL Server version needs to be at least 2014. So this is one of the most important things that you need to check before you attempt any upgrades. If you scroll down here, it talks about the DB2 version. So this is for if it's installed on Linux, and how you need at least 11.5. And then if we go back to version 10, then we see something pretty similar here. And again, these can change with time, so you want to make sure you are double checking these. Again, this is on the HCL website. This is their official database requirements. The other thing you'd want to do is check the OS. As of right now, BigFix 11 no longer supports Windows 2012 as the OS, so you'd want to make sure you're higher than that, probably at least 2016. And so that's sort of just the general overview. Before upgrading, take a snapshot of the server and a backup of the database, regardless of if it's SQL Server or DB2. And you can then get started by going back to this BigFix Download Center. For Linux, the process is a little bit different than Windows, but you can see, especially if I go back one page, you can see the server here that's supported with DB2. Don't go to this option because even though Microsoft SQL is supported for Red Hat now, it's not yet supported for ILMT. So if you're using BigFix for ILMT, this will not work, so don't do that. But let's say I wanted to upgrade to the latest version of 11.2. You can go here to patch the latest patch, and then you can download for Windows, again, the installation generator. And this is going to basically pull out something like this, where it would ask for your private key. And there's not really a default place for that. For mine on my test server, it's just right here. And then it would ask for the password for your private key. So that's the other thing you'll need. But essentially, you would upgrade the server. you would then upgrade the console, and then you can upgrade the client here if you want to, or you can upgrade the client via the console. But you need to make sure that before you do the mass client upgrade, that you've upgraded all the relays. So you can do that on the console. And I'll just kind of show you the fixlets here that you would do. So we could do Windows, and this is grayed out because I'm up to date. But let's do Windows client, and you can see here update Windows client BigFix version 9.2.7 now available. So they have all of the, not all of them, but a lot of the previous versions on here, and you can certainly filter by version number as well. So you can see here that in my test environment, I have 0 out of 1 that's applicable. But if I did have some AIX clients, then I should be able to upgrade them here. Again, there's some OS considerations here, because if you have an old OS, for example, Windows 2012 is not going to be supported by the latest version 11 client package. So you would basically just keep the version 10 client package for Windows 2012, and that's just as an example. There are other considerations here that you can look into as far as what is or is not supported. But if you have basically BigFix will recognize the servers that can and should be upgraded from the client level, and you can just do that here. It won't be grayed out. It will be just the normal black color like we see for this first column here. And again, just make sure that the order you upgrade everything is the server first, then the console, then the relays, and then the clients. Has to be in that order. And hope everything goes well for you. Thanks for watching.